Martoz recently switched to a brand new stretched resolution, so I thought I'd make a video explaining what that res is, why you should use it, and how you can use it. So if this video does help out, be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. Now let's get into firstly what the stretched resolution is. It's 1550 by 1050, and from what I've watched so far on Martoz's video, which I'll leave a link to in the description below, he's playing like an absolute god. I really do think that this could be the new god res because of how fast Martoz is on this resolution. Like his edits, his flicks, and just everything in that video showcases how much a resolution like 1550 by 1050 can really benefit you guys. Which, speaking of benefits, the first benefit is the FPS gains you'll get from using this. Your game's performance in terms of FPS gains is one of the best things you'll actually get from using this resolution, because if we lower our X value and Y value from the native 1920 by 1080 all the way down to 1550 by 1050, we are simply making it easier for our computers to process the pixels on screen, as there's less of them than there's ever been before, which will result in an FPS gain of around, on average, depending on your PC, a 30%, which is a huge FPS boost. In addition to that advantage right there, there's another one, which is the player model size increasing, or rather looking like it's increasing. It's a bit of a placebo effect, as everything does get bigger, so the player models do obviously look a lot bigger as well. But what this can do, guys, is this can actually improve your aim, as if the player models look bigger, it makes them easier to see for you and easier to hit. But these two great advantages right here do come with one main disadvantage, which is the FOV. Obviously the FOV will decrease with us lowering our resolution, so everything around you will look a lot more closer and zoomed in, which again does really suck for most of you out there. But you can see from Martoz's gameplay right here, the FOV decrease doesn't affect his ability to take out enemies. He is still dominating on this stretched res, and I think that can be the case for you guys out there, which is why I recommend you try out 1550 by 1050, and now I'm going to explain how to set it up so you actually can try it out. All you want to do firstly, guys, is go over to your Windows desktop and open up either your Nvidia control panel or your AMD control panel. Now for me, I'm using Nvidia, so I'm going to right click on my desktop and click on the Nvidia control panel here. Then once inside of the Nvidia control panel, you want to go under the display tab where it says change resolution. You firstly want to select your main gaming monitor, preferably the one with the highest refresh rate, minus 144Hz, and then under where it says 1920 by 1080 native, you want to select that and then click on customize, and then this box right here should appear. In here, guys, you want to make sure that this option right here is enabled. It's the enable resolution not exposed by the display. It's very important you have that checked. And then underneath that, you want to create a custom resolution by simply clicking on it. In here, guys, you then want to type in your desired resolution, which mine is the Martoz resolution. That's 1550 by 1050, just like that on screen. You then want to click on test, and once you press test, it will show a black screen for about 2 to 5, maybe 10 seconds. You should be back on native resolution, and you should see this right here. You want to go ahead, click OK, and then now we have a custom resolution added. Simply click on it once, guys, and click back on 1920 by 1080 and press apply, and yes. And what this does, guys, is it basically saves it. So if we do open our Fortnite up in a custom resolution, which I'm going to show you in the next step, this will automatically change our resolution, which is amazing because we can keep our native 1920 by 1080 resolution on the desktop, but when we open up Fortnite, it'll go into a stretched resolution, so that is all good. After doing that, before closing down the Nvidia control panel, go over to where it says display. Under where it says adjust desktop size and position, click on that, and then in here you want to select 3 different options. The first one is full screen, that's very important. The second one is perform scaling on display, that is very important for the lowest input delay possible. And then the third one is to check this box right here that says override the scaling mode set by games and programs. And after you've done that, guys, you are all good to go to the next step. On the desktop, you want to press the following keys at the same time. That's Windows key plus R. A run box should then appear, and inside of this you want to type in the command on screen. That's %sign local app data, and then %sign again, just like that. Press OK. A local folder should then appear, and inside of this you want to find the Fortnite game folder by pressing F. It'll filter it out. Double click on Fortnite game, go into saved, go into config, go into Windows client, and then in here, guys, you'll see your Fortnite config. Now straight away, before editing this, you want to go into properties and make sure read only is unchecked. Then once you've done that, edit it. Go into here, guys, and then you can either manually scroll down and customize your stretched resolution manually, but a really quick way to do it is to go edit, then replace or press Ctrl H, and then inside of a replace box right here, you want to find 1920, that's the X value, and you want to replace that with our desired X value, which is 1550, press replace all, and then we want to do the exact same, but with our Y value, so find 1080, and replace that with 1050, just like so, click replace all, and if we scroll down yet again, we should see that our resolution is now to our custom resolution which we wanted, which is fantastic. It's just a quick way to do it via the replace mode. I really like it. So just press file, click save after, and then you can close that down. But before closing down your config, right click on it yet again, click on properties, and then make sure read only is checked, as what this will do is it'll stop Fortnite from automatically reverting us back to our native 1920 by 10 resolution 1080 resolution. But do bear in mind, guys, that if you have it on read only, you'll not be able to change any Fortnite settings in the game itself. So in your video tab, like your textures or anything like that, if you try and change them, they'll not save. To make them save, you've got to uncheck this read only box. That is very important. But for stress resolution, it's really important you have it turned on. So after doing that, press apply, press OK, close down this, and then we can open up Fortnite. It's that simple. Then after open up Fortnite, you'll notice straight away, guys, if your stretch resolution has worked or not. For one, the quality of your game will go down a little bit because obviously we're reducing the pixels in themselves from a native 1920 by 1080. But on top of that, guys, your FPS should feel amazing. My game feels so smooth right now, and yours should definitely as well. No matter what PC you've got, maybe a potato PC, medium spec or a high spec, you should get an FPS boost, that is for certain. On top of that, guys, the player models should look a lot bigger than they actually are. Obviously this is somewhat placebo as everything else is bigger with us lowering the pixels, but overall that should definitely improve your aim. But unfortunately your FOV will also decrease, which if the FOV decrease is something you guys aren't happy about and you do want to revert back to the 1920 native display, all you have to do, guys, is close down Fortnite, just go at the top, press confirm, close it down. You might get a black screen for about 2 to 3 seconds. Should pass really quickly, and then once you are on your desktop, you just got to go ahead again like we did earlier, press the Windows key, press R at the same time, a run box should then appear, type in the exact same command we typed in earlier, which is local update %, press OK, find the Fortnite game folder, go into saved, go into config, go into Windows client, and then in here, guys, you want to go ahead, right click on it, click on properties, uncheck read only, press apply, press OK, then you want to edit the config, then we want to do exactly what we did earlier, but revert it back to 1920 by 1080. So we firstly want to find our X value, which is 1550, we want to replace that with a native 1920, replace all. We then want to do the same thing, but with the Y value, so you want to find 1050, and replace that with 1080. Just like that, press replace all, and just to double check that it has indeed worked, scroll down, and boom, we are back on the 1920 by 1080 resolution. We can now go file, press save, close that down, open up Fortnite again, and just like that, we are back on the default 1920 by 1080 resolution. But guys, trust me, you really do need to try out Martoz's res, which is 1550 by 1050, because I can guarantee it will boost your FPS, it will make the player models look a lot bigger than they actually are, which can improve your aim, but you will get a decrease in FOV, but you can always revert it back if you want to. That's all I've got for now, guys. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.